Alright, so this is the continuation of me working on this guy right here. What I'm going to do right now is start getting a little bit of primer on this engine bay. As you saw in the last video, I pressure washed it and it's pretty clean now. So I just went over and scuffed it really good with like a green scouring pad. And now I have some rattle can primer that I'm going to hit it with. And so once I hit it with this, it should, be looking pretty good. I'm ready for some black paint. I'm just doing the cross member as of right now. So yeah, we're gonna get some paint on it and I'm gonna air the garage out. But I'm wearing a respirator, so it shouldn't be too bad. So what I'd like to do is just systematically go through and prime everything little by little. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another scouring pad and just do this whole top radiator support area here. I'm just going to do that and maybe work my way down and do some other areas. Just prime a little by, a little section by a little section at a time, just so it's not such a huge task. Because taping off the whole thing all at once and doing it is like a huge job. So I'm just going to split it up and eventually I'll get the whole thing primed and then I'll be ready to do base coat, clear coat on the whole thing after I've done all the black on it. So I'm going to get to work. So hopefully the fan noise isn't too much, but yeah, I was able to get the whole front primed here. Came out looking pretty good. I'm happy with it overall. I ran out of primer, so I'm going to have to pick up a few more cans. Might try some different primer. This stuff sticks pretty good, but the stuff that I used on the transmission and the intake, that primer was really killer. Like, it just stuck really well. This stuff's not so bad, but I might get some of the other stuff for the important parts of the inside of the engine bay down in there. I'm just going to, like I said, systematically prime everything, and then I'll paint the black parts, like the two cross members here and the connecting one, and then I will tape those areas off when I go to paint the actual color. So right now I'm thinking of copper as being the color. I think copper's going to look really cool. So yeah, gotta find copper base coat, and I have clear coat, so yeah, it should be pretty sick once I get it all done up. So as you can probably tell, I did finish priming the entire engine bay. I went out and got that other spray paint that I was talking about, the Rust-Oleum. I'll show you guys that later, but stuff is the bomb. It covers really well. Everything has come out really good so far. I've just been taping as I go and scuffing little areas and just doing little areas at a time every night after work and stuff like that. But I saved you guys from watching all that because it's not very exciting. But yeah, the whole thing's done now. I did also do the cross member. Probably hard for you to see since it's so black, but very shiny. The paint came out really good. I'm really stoked. It looks really glossy and awesome. So cross members looking good. I've been painting some other parts too. I'll show you guys the pistons in a second. I was looking at those, but yeah, I got the starter all painted, nice aluminum color. Painted the front brackets for the pumper and motor mounts, those brackets. Got some more brackets to paint black, but I'm just going to systematically go through, paint everything that looks nasty, so that when we put it all back together it looks good. Gotta clean the trans off, that's already painted in the intake. I'll probably paint the fuel rail. And the block's still nasty, so gotta clean this off. I was gonna get a dial bore gauge to check the taper of the bore of this thing, but kind of decided against it just because like the gauge is $50 and then I have to get a micrometer as well, and that's also $50, and it's $100 just to see if the block's any good, and you know what, I think the block's fine. So I'm just gonna run it, we're just gonna ship it and see how it goes. But yeah, so my plan as of right now is to buy new bearings and buy new piston rings. I'm going to hone the cylinder walls and I'm going to slap this thing back together, just like that. You know, new rod bearings too, hopefully, if I can get them. But yeah, so I did go ahead and disassemble these pistons. I took all the rings off of everything, and you know, I was looking at the pistons themselves. And what I actually noticed was, in the actual oil groove right here, there are holes. And those holes are so that the oil can actually leave the piston. But I'll get a flashlight so you guys can see the holes. But now you should be able to see those holes that I'm talking about in the piston. And those are right in the groove, in the skirt over there. You can see them on the piston on the right, those holes, and them on the inside there as well. And what actually happened was all those holes are clogged. So it very well could have been me that did that when I you know, I sprayed a little brake clean on top of the piston while I cleaned it while I was doing the cylinder head. And I might have washed some stuff down in there and actually clogged those holes up or something of that nature. Either way, those holes are clogged, so I'm going to either pick them out or maybe drill them out carefully. And we'll see if we can get those to clean up. Hopefully we can, and we can reuse these pistons. Because if the block is oblong or tapered, these pistons definitely match it. So we're going to keep it all together. So as you could probably tell from that last clip, those little holes were actually clogged. You can't see any light through a lot of them. Some of the pistons have some, like half are clogged, and then some of the other pistons don't have any clogged, but there's no telling how many were clogged and got cleaned up after I soaked the pistons in degreaser a little bit so I could get the rings unstuck. So they might have been more clogged, but basically the point is they were clogged, so I gotta clean them all out, and hopefully that in combination with some new rings should fix all of our oil burning issues in the bottom end. Also, I think I'm gonna order that cylinder head that I was thinking about for like $240, just because it's got everything I'm gonna need, and I think this cylinder head has worn valve guides, and yeah, I'm not too stoked about that. So to get valve guides replaced would probably be like $400 or $500. I mean, I don't know if I want to do that sort of thing myself. Yeah, so it'd be kind of difficult to do myself. So I think I'm gonna get a price from a machine shop, but I think it's gonna be very expensive, and this new head is gonna be way cheaper. And I think it comes with a cam, valves, everything of which, you know, like is already all machined. Like it's got new seats that are ground. It's got new valves. I mean, just everything, even a new cam, I think. So I feel like why not just get the new head, and then I can rest easy and know that it's perfect. So that's what I plan to do. Still waiting on parts, bearings, and rings and stuff like that. I gotta order everything, but yeah, in the meantime, just painting everything. I'm gonna get to work painting some more brackets, and yeah, so stay tuned for this build. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop. Probably gonna wash the block tomorrow and try to slap some paint on that thing. And yeah, this thing's gonna look really good. Hopefully it runs as good as it looks. So I've been painting some more parts. I did paint the power steering pump last night. I'll show you guys that. Came out pretty good. Here's that power steering pump. I got the, you know, pulley. I just painted everything the aluminum color. Starter came out pretty good as well. It's looking good. We got our bracket there. That came out good. All kinds of good stuff. So right now I'm looking at ordering bearings and stuff like that. I'm just learning about the sizing and stuff for the crank. Yeah, so got to clean the pistons up a little bit still, but right now I'm going to work on cleaning up the block. So I'll show you guys the process that I use. I have like some heavy duty degreaser in that little bucket there, but in the spray bottle I have some purple, the simple green stuff. It's actually purple though. But yeah, so I'm just going to spray that on there and use that little wire brush down there just to brush the crap out of it and just try to clean it up a little bit. I'm going to pressure wash it, I think, but I would like to get all this grease off first and wire brush it, and then the pressure washer will do the final clean, you know. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get to work on this. This is going to take me a little while to clean this whole thing off. Alright, so I would say that that is a pretty good start compared to what it looked like a few minutes ago. Probably took me 20 minutes to do this one side. So the other side is worse, possibly, or about the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And this thing's pretty cleaned up so that when I pressure wash it, it's just getting off the residual oil and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not like spraying oil all over my driveway. So that'll be nice. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then this block will be much cleaner, easier to work on and maneuver, and we don't have to worry about getting all disgusting, and it's going to be ready for a nice coat of paint. So I was able to get outside and actually pressure wash the engine block. It looks a lot better. Hard to tell in this light probably, but it is much better looking than it was before. The other side is clean too. I sort of have it tucked away. I tried to organize the garage a little bit here. Got this area cleaned out. I was working on my friend's car. But I made a couple of additions to the garage. We got a nice whiteboard over here so I can write down all the stuff, you know, like all the parts I want to order and stuff like that. And we got a TV over here too, so I can put up, I just bought a Haynes manual for my car, so it should be really helpful when we're doing like engine building stuff. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. The car is officially all apart, but it has been for a little while. It's going to take me some time, but I will get this thing back together. Everybody stay tuned and keep watching for more videos. I'm going to order some parts and be on our way to building this thing soon. I got to order some base coat here, so I'm going to get a nice color code for some copper or maybe gold color on the inside. I think that'll look really sharp. Yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.